Thank you to my colleague and Mr. Speaker. Before I jump into my remarks, I'd like to echo what my colleague from Texas said. The interesting thing about the Major League Baseball decision is only 2 days before they decided that voter ID was too tough for them, they signed a deal with Tencent in China, where there is no elections whatsoever, and where they are committing cultural genocide against the Uyghurs, that wasn't good enough in Georgia. But they signed a deal for millions of dollars to support what's going on in China. Mr. Speaker, as a physician, I recognize that cancel culture is a sickness in our society. It's easy to diagnose, but we have to admit it's going to be difficult to cure because we're fighting the woke media and we're fighting the woke left. And the left is using cancel culture to tear our country apart in its quest for their version of a utopia. They demonize conservatives as enemy of a nation that we love and hold dear. But no one is safe from cancel culture, not even the liberals themselves. Who has advanced progressivism more than Barack Obama during his 8 years as president? No one. Yet leftists today are canceling Barack Obama, who was until recently their self-proclaimed hero. In his home state of Illinois, Thomas Jefferson Middle School was supposed to be renamed the Barack and Michelle Obama Middle School. That is until the far radical left protested that Obama followed the laws in some instances by deporting illegal immigrants. God forbid that a president tasked in the Constitution to enforce the law actually enforces the law. So please, my colleagues on the left, tell me how my colleagues on the right are safe from cancel culture when your side of the aisle isn't even safe. Iconic figures on the left are being canceled. Just the other week, the famed atheist Richard Dawkins, who many fellow Christians and I find incredibly offensive for his bigoted attacks on our faith, was just canceled. Dawkins was stripped of his Humanist of the Year award that he received back in 1996. On what was he found guilty? He believed that a civil discussion on what constitutes gender was legitimate. Canceled. A professor even canceled lecturing on the writings of James Baldwin, known for his participation in the civil rights and gay liberation movements, because his students said it made them, quote, relive intergenerational trauma, end quote. Matthew Iglesias, the founder of the liberal news website Vox News, has been canceled simply because he didn't want to defund the police. Canceled. So again, my colleagues on the left, tell me how cancel culture doesn't exist. And tell me that conservatives aren't being attacked. And who are the conservatives getting canceled? Well, the left tried unsuccessfully, as was mentioned earlier, to cancel Goya Foods executive Robert Unanue because he supported Donald Trump. President Abraham Lincoln, who ended the Democrat Party's institution of slavery, is being canceled. Lincoln's general, President Ulysses S. Grant, canceled. Covington Catholic children, yes, I said children, were completely slandered with lies by the left-wing media simply because they happen to be wearing MAGA hats. Senate Democrats tried to cancel Justice Amy Coney Barrett because she actually believes what her Catholic faith teaches. Vice President Kamala Harris tried to cancel a lower court appointee just 3 years ago because he was a member of the Catholic charitable group Knights of Columbus. Apparently, they hold the controversial view that we shouldn't terminate the lives of innocent unborn children. Enough is enough. If we want our country to continue to prosper, we need to stop seeing each other as political enemies and candidates for cancellation. We need to remember the motto on the Great Seal. Above my head as I speak, e pluribus unum, out of many one. We are a nation of many different states and localities and ethnicities and religions and backgrounds and political beliefs. We need to stop focusing on our differences and start seeing each other as Americans once again, regardless of what we believe. Cancel culture is anti-American, and for the sake of our nation, it needs to end now. I urge my Democrat colleagues to join us in this. Your own icons are being canceled. You will be the next victim. You will be assimilated. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I yield.